So I know that there's a few of you out there that are just like me who have their comfort shows that they always rewatch, and one of them for me happens to be Gossip Girl. And so I knew that I wanted to do a video relating Gossip Girl on my channel, but I just wasn't sure what. I decided that we're gonna watch the first episode and the last episode, and we'll talk about our opinions of each character while we watch it together, and I'm really excited. So go ahead and put your comfort show in the comments. I would love to see what you guys love watching. Before we get into this video, I would love to remind you guys that we are currently on a goal of trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, because when we do, I have a really fun, exciting video coming out that I cannot wait for you guys to see, but I can only release it when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So make sure to hit that subscriber button and the like button while you're at it. Let's just get right into this video. I've seen this intro one too many times.
Spotted at Grand Central, bags in hand.
I've heard that in a lot of shows, when they film the pilot, they're not really sure if the show's gonna continue on. And so that's why a lot of times you'll find different actors in the pilot. Like, let's say, for instance, in this pilot, Blair's mom is not even her mom. Like, it's completely someone else who, I guess they just changed who they casted in the end. So basically, once I found out that fact, it made watching a bunch of shows like really interesting, knowing that sometimes the show isn't always promised.
How's your mom? Fine. Taking a time out from my marriage is the best idea I ever had, fine.
Taking a time out from your marriage was the best idea she ever had, because she was, isn't she like hooking up with her neighbor or something? She's not even interested in Rufus anymore.
Spotted, lonely boy.
First time Lonely Boy was written about.
But we always thought Blair's boyfriend Nate had a thing for Serena.
Oh, a thing. A thing. Just wait. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's not even Blair's mom. It's just some random lady. I'm so glad they casted a different lady. I love Blair's mom.
She is my best advertiser.
I know that there's a Blair versus Serena girl, and I am 100% a Blair girl. I love Blair. And I'm so sorry to say this for my Nate girls, but Nate is very empty for me.
When I get back?
If he gets back.
It's really weird for me to see them together, because it's Chuck and Blair in my head. Chuck and Blair 100% in my head. I love them together. The vibes.
Thank you.
Girl, the soundtrack for Gossip Girl is unmatched.
I love you too.
No, you don't. No, you don't. He's lying. He's a liar. With his pants on fire.
Serena, don't you want to go say hey?
I'm also just now realizing that Blair had also a completely different bedroom in the pilot. I love her bedroom throughout the entire show. We love Lily.
Serena, darling.
They casted such good mother and daughter.
Wait, they haven't let him out yet? Let's not discuss that right now.
You're worried it'll cost you Mom of the Year?
Thanks.
Okay, wait, I just realized I know a lot of the words already. I know a lot of the lines. So I just said a line that happens way further out. It's not yet. Ooh!
Hi. Serena.
So good to see you.
Word is that S failed on B's party in under 90 seconds.
And didn't even have one limoncello.
What's a limoncello? Sounds rich. I'm kidding.
And who am I?
That's one secret I'll never tell. They literally, okay, wait, before we continue the show, I need to make this very, 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 very clear. There are going to be a million spoilers in this, because I've watched the entire show a bunch of times. So if you are not willing to be spoiled or listen to spoilers, I'd leave this video. But huge thing is, they show who Gossip Girl is in the first episode. They literally show. It's like, I'll never tell, and it's Dan, right there. And none of us put two and two together the first time you watch it.
Hey, I was just about to ask the doctor if I can take Eric to breakfast.
I think what I'll do is go get him a croissant.
Here's the, you're worried it'll cost you Mom of the Year award or something, whatever she says.
He tries to take his own life, and you're worried it's gonna cost you Mom of the Year.
So she doesn't say award. You know, the older I get, the more I understand Lily. I mean, some of the things are a little much, but for the most part,
Gossip Girl? That's for chicks.
you are Gossip Girl.
It's called the Kiss on the Lips party. Everyone's going.
So I heard a rumor to do with the Kiss on the Lips party, which is that, you know how when Chuck does this really disgusting thing to Jenny, he almost grapes her, basically. A lot of times, for even me personally, when I was watching the show, a lot of times I was like, okay, Chuck is having this redemption. Yeah, he's a different person. Yeah, he's better. Even she forgave him. They even like ended up doing the little nasty in the end. But like, it's really hard to forget that he tried to do that, not just to her, but also to Serena. So it's like, you in those moments, you're like, how is this person even able to have redemption? And apparently there's a rumor that when they first made Chuck, he was supposed to be completely evil, and then they ended up wanting to give him redemption. So I think that's what happened, but I don't know if that's true.
Oh, I just wanted to see how you were. You seemed kind of upset.
Girl, why? What? Girl, I called Nate girl, but why do you care?
But you're back now.
I didn't come back for you.
Yeah, you have a girlfriend who you cheated on, so you shouldn't even be with her. This makes no sense to me. Dan has to take the bus, but so do Chuck and Nate. They never take the bus after this. That has to be a pilot flick, trick, funk, mix up.
Are you following us or something?
No.
I go to your school.
I love Dan.
So you guys want to sit together at lunch?
Dan is like one of my favorite characters forever. Although when him and Blair got together, I didn't really like that much. Even though they kind of made sense, it just was messy for me.
Actually, you can go now.
This was when Jenny still didn't have a name for herself.
Did S think she could waltz home and things would be just like they were?
They're gonna fix things up though. They're the best frenemies to exist. I think plain yogurt on its own is so disgusting. I don't know, I just had to say that because I saw Serena eating the yogurt and I was like,
Maybe if musicians got off their blogs and picked up their guitars.
not true anymore, look at TikTok.
Hey, Dad, listen, I gotta run.
Jenny has an emergency and at this moment in time he thinks it's a real emergency, but just you wait.
We're going shopping, aren't we?
We're going to Bindle's just for an hour.
She threw the clothes on him and he just sat there like,
Do you like this on me?
Wait.
yep, that's the emergency.
I mean, too bad it's more than our rent, but I think I can sew something like it.
Jenny's clothing, like she's such a talented fashion designer. And Dan hides behind the clothes for some reason.
This is my
Stylist and personal shopper, Eric.
In the beginning, when I first watched this, I thought that Eric was straight here, so I thought that they would end up together, like him and Jenny. But turns out they just end up brother and sister, basically. I'm realizing if no one has watched this and they're not interested in watching it and they don't care about the spoilers, a lot of this will seem so messy and all over the place and like weirdly connected, but that really is just what the show is like.
That dress would look even better in black.
I think that was cute because she shows up in a black dress. She was so cute and innocent back then. Like, Jenny was one of my favorite characters, but then she just kind of goes batshit crazy and she gets really annoying. So, it's kind of sad.
Do you ever feel like our whole lives have been planned out?
Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, poor little rich kid.
What we're entitled to is a trust fund.
See, at least he owns it. He knows it. He's like, yeah, I am rich. It is what it is.
And seal the deal with Blair, because you're also entitled to tap that.
Although he definitely does change and become a better person, and I like him a lot better in the later seasons. In the pilot, he's insufferable.
My dad left her for another man. She lost 15 pounds, got an eye lift.
We love Roman. That's Blair's dad's boyfriend, I believe.
Serena didn't tell you that she moved to Connecticut?
Yeah, she had to run away because she's a bad person here.
I love you, B. I love you too, S.
Iconic. So this part's super sad to me because Dan literally is coming just to make sure that like Serena isn't alone and by herself, and then he's gonna come to a mess breaking out.
Let's catch up. Take our clothes off.
He's such a pig here.
Well, how about a grilled cheese with truffle oil?
Sounds expensive. Grilled cheese with truffle oil. I don't think I've ever tried something like that before.
Wow.
This is so sad to me because Blair, she really loves him, you could see. And then in the back of his mind, he's like, I can't do anything because I cheated on you. Just heartbreaking. But she gets Chuck in the end, true love. So it takes a while for them to get there, but at the end, she gets that.
If you're looking for a way to thank me, I've got a couple ideas.
See, this is the part that makes me so sad because if she just got up while all the workers were there, I feel like she'd be able to get away easier.
Last year, the Shepherd wedding.
Chuck saw you. I don't even like watching the scene. It's so uncomfortable.
It's okay, you're still a man in my eyes.
Looking back at it now, that is literally the most disgusting thing you can do because it's your best friend, which explains why she left town. But because they go through so much in the show, you just kind of forget about how bad it really was in the beginning. And Chuck was just watching like a fucking creep. Yeah, this isn't comfortable.
I knew it! I always knew there was something. Get out!
My heart is breaking. And poor Dan. Poor him. He just wanted to come there to be with her and give her some company. And he ends up just getting shoved and forgotten about, left behind.
Apologize. Even if it was her fault. Flowers, maybe.
That is so horrible advice. Horrible advice. You do not want a relationship to be based off of lies and being like, it was okay, when it wasn't. Like,
Blair is a great girl.
and I need you to be with her so that my company succeeds. That's so sad. Trying to push your son to be with someone just so that you succeed in your business.
Not in business. Or if your family is depending on.
It's not business, and your family should not be depending on you to stay with someone, especially if they cheated.
Look, when Prince Charming found Cinderella's slipper, they didn't accuse him of having a foot fetish.
Yeah, that's funny. I love Dan's lines, and I love his delivery too, because you could give these lines to any actor. Who's to say that they'll pull it off? But he pulls it off so well.
What are you and Dan Humphrey doing?
Oh wait, we're gonna go see his dad in a concert. Never mind the fact that Lily and Rufus, which is Dan's father, have a huge history.
You really go out with some guy you don't know?
Can't be worse than the guys, eh?
Can't be worse than the guys I do know.
Dan's one of the good ones, though. He's so funny.
I want to put everything in the past. I'm not gonna see Serena again.
How do you put trust issues in the past? I don't know. For me, if something like that happens, you can't come back from it. But to be fair, the same thing happens in the show. They try again and it just doesn't work. They're clearly not meant to be together.
I overreacted. If you say it's in the past, it's in the past.
Forgot that this show touches very, very lightly on Blair's eating disorder. I don't know if they showed on the first episode though, but I do know that they touch on it very lightly in the first season.
Dan's got a date with Serena.
Isn't it funny that Lily and Rufus had a thing, and now Serena and Dan have a thing? Very sticky.
Just stay out of my life, Rufus.
He's not trying to be in your life, girl. That was such a weird shot. I never noticed that. Look how weird this shot is. Like, it just pans and just cuts. Imagine being able to do this. Just fucking limo everywhere. And here we got little Dan picking up Serena. He's not little. I don't know why I said little. The famous scene.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
It's nice to meet you.
This is so yucky what he's about to do. Let's just like fast forward all this bullshit.
Hey, come on, I want you to meet one of the guys in the band.
Meeting a dad on the first date.
Rufus Humphrey, Dad. This is Serena.
Serena Vander Woodson.
Him full naming her like that is so amazing.
What, better offer?
No, it's my sister.
No, listen, if it's Chuck, it's not okay.
They're about to go punch the shit out of him, and he totally deserves it.
Do not talk to her.
If you have to say that in a relationship, I think the relationship is far gone. It's over. Way far from over.
Jenny, things happen.
No, that's not the way it works.
That, my little sister.
Yeah, he deserved that.
Chuck, don't you ever touch her again!
I'm so glad they caught that in time and saved her. Imagine that, your first party that you go out to, you're so excited, and then this has to happen. Oh, he grabs her hand. That's so cute. I don't know why that like got to me. That was the cutest thing.
Better not show her face again.
Yeah, they were friends from the beginning. I kind of forget that about Chuck and Blair, but they were close friends before they got closer, if you know what I mean.
You know you love me. Gossip.
See you in the finale. New York, I love you. XOXO.
Come on, we have to get out.
Oh my god, I totally forgot that this is how we left off. This is how they leave off right before the finale, that he fell from a roof. He like basically kind of murdered his father. If you guys have not watched the show, you're gonna be so confused. But like if you watch the show, you'd be like, deserved. They're two completely different people. God, I love them.
What's going on?
There's a body.
And here we have Georgina Sparks. Love her too. She's amazing. Like no one gives her the credit that how smart she is. And oh yeah, she's conniving, but if you need her, she'll like do anything for you. I mean, she might not do everything for you if she doesn't like you, but the point is that she can figure out anything. She's crazy.
I have to take this.
Oh my god, I forgot about her. Goodness gracious, this girl pretends to be Serena's cousin, but she was actually paid by Serena's aunt to pretend to be her cousin to inherit the trust fund that Serena's cousin had. It's all very messy. Ivy Dickens, that's her name. She was pretending to be Charlie Rhodes. I love this show. Even if it's not good, you know that it's trash. It's like it's not amazing. But it's one of those things where it's nostalgia mixed with like, there are some good parts. Oh yeah, he's writing the Serena chapter. I forgot that Dan turned out to be kind of a dick, but in the end they forgive him.
Would you tell the pilot I'm gonna need another moment, please?
Imagine being able to say that. Say that, yeah, I need the pilot to wait a second. I just gotta read this. The privilege?
Yes, this is Mrs. Bass.
Your husband is deceased for the second time, but this time is for real. I'm gonna leave that out of context.
First, a false report that a Bass Industries jet...
Before he let his father fall from the roof, his father also almost tried to kill him in a flight. So it's like...
The Bass often finds his own way home from events.
Hiding in the trunk.
I'm sure it was just nothing. Usual father and son stuff.
Nothing about their relationship is usual father and son stuff.
Relationship to Chuck is none of your business.
Let's go! Blair's real mother! And Blair's stepfather, we love him too. And Dorota's like one of the best characters on Gossip Girl.
I don't really think that Chuck had something to do with...
Ooh, but they do.
Who is it?
Room service.
It's Jack, his uncle, who also is a despicable man, but here he actually helps him.
I have terrible news. Bart's dead.
You already knew that. That's a tiny cup of coffee.
And then I realized I can't leave until I know if what you wrote is true.
You really could see how that he loves Serena because he loves the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty. He loves all of it, which means he actually loves her.
It was self-defense. Bart tried to kill you.
So here's the thing. Blair has a huge point here because at the end of the day, it was self-defense. Like Bart was gonna like punch him. He was just protecting himself. But at the end of the day, him choosing not to grab his hand to pull him back up, murder? Not saying it's not deserved for this man, this character of a person, but...
Had a different kind of torture in mind. Marriage.
Yeah, they cannot force the wife to testify against the husband, so they'd be safe if they got married.
You said you never wanted us to be boring.
I was a stupid child.
I love it that he takes accountability for how foolish he was in the past.
Life with you could never be boring.
Oh, she still wears it around her neck.
Blair, Cornelia Waldorf.
I love this so much. The amount of time that it takes to get here. The amount that they've been through. They deserve happiness. I stand by that firmly.
I'm so sorry. My deepest condolences.
Oh yeah, this is Serena's real father.
But without Rufus and your mother in your life, I thought you could use the support.
Oh my god, I forgot that Lily and Rufus also broke up. Like a few times. But I forgot that they don't end up together at the end. Which is just shocking to me. Because they were meant to stay together at the end. I cannot be the only one that's like, what?
I've been going to school with you guys for a while, but that night...
Oh my god, this is a flashback to when Dan and Serena first met. And it's really funny. I can't believe nothing came from it. Nothing more came from that. Her character is very confusing because Serena ran away at one point, one of the times that she ran away, and she ends up with a guy, and that guy has a daughter, and that's this girl. It ended up not working out between that. I think his name was like Steven or something. It ended up not working out between him and Serena, but she stayed with Nate still. So that's who she is.
Maybe you don't have to.
She wants to.
I know this isn't your dream wedding.
He cares about her so much. And you know what? There's like, I think in one of the seasons where they had the prom, he knew that she had this book, that she had this whole prom created in her head of what she wanted. She wanted it to be a specific way, everything to be a specific way. Like basically the point is that he just from the beginning, he truly loved this girl and would do like anything for her. And you could see it in his actions. I mean, some of the stuff he does is really messed up and questionable, but there is a side that really loves Blair.
Blair says when it comes to a scheme, your skills are second to none.
Yeah, she's smart. Oh yeah, she's gonna help with the wedding.
I have no idea what game this young woman is playing. I don't believe...
Pause. I need to explain this so that you guys aren't confused in case you guys have not watched this show. So her name is Ivy, and she, as I told you guys, she's a scam artist. She basically, well, she was hired by Serena's aunt, and she basically had no money, and she was a struggling actress, so she did it so that she could get paid. She ended up getting connected to the family. She wanted a real family because she didn't have a real family, so she ends up like sneaking her way into the family, and it goes on for a while. Then the real Charlie Rhodes comes out, like the real cousin that she's pretending to be, and it all like blows up in their face, and she ends up getting close to the grandma, and the grandma ends up passing away from cancer, but before she passed away from cancer, she knew who Ivy really was. So then she gave half of her money, or I think most of her money, to Ivy. So then it creates a huge thing where then William, which is Lily's ex-husband, but also now involved with Ivy, is trying to like, basically he got dragged into it, and now he's pretending that he doesn't know who Ivy is when he fully knows who she is. So
He's in love with me.
except for he isn't, girl. If only you knew.
I'm getting exactly what I wanted, to be with Lily.
But she deserves to be with Rufus. She should be with Rufus. I don't think that this was a good choice that they did, but whatever.
You're the devil.
Such dramatics.
What do you two want?
You.
We got a secret wedding coming up. We need you.
One girl thought that you would be a laughingstock, talking about you. But then her friend said, that's the point.
And Gossip Girl was created.
That was the beginning of gossip.
Ding, ding, ding.
Do you two seriously not have any idea why I'm here?
No, they don't know anything that's going on.
Jack?
Let's go. I love this.
Come on, let's go.
I love that there's no context. They're just like, all right, I guess we gotta go.
Serena Vanderwoodson will never end up with a powerless striver.
Yeah, that's kind of sad after what they've been through and after all that he just told Serena, and she's just not standing up for him enough. But it's fine, it works out.
This is about the final chapter. You better not be giving it to Vanity.
Oh wait, doesn't he upload the final chapter to Gossip Girl that he is Gossip Girl and Jenny's also?
Wait, this is about Gossip Girl.
That's yours from publishing The Spectator.
He gave it to him?
I have to find Sage. I mean, she can run this down to the office.
Oh yeah, so Nate, he runs a newspaper, or not a newspaper, like a website, I guess, called The Spectator, which is basically like a news place, whatever, who knows, I'm not even completely sure. But Dan gave him the story on who Gossip Girl is, and I guess the whole story about everything. Like the final chapter to his book that he was publishing, like chapter by chapter. And so it was really sweet that he gave it to Nate. We gotta run and get married, y'all. It's gotta be really quick. I love Georgina running down with her heels.
We are going upward.
You gotta get married faster, girl.
And by the power vested in me by the great state of New York, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Yay! That makes me so happy. And I love Dorota crying. Married and straight to the police station. Although they both end up getting out, like it's fine. And here everyone finds out the truth. That's the real Charlie Rhodes, by the way. Serena's cousin.
No way.
I love everyone's reactions.
Hey, Upper East.
This is such a fourth wall breaking thing. Like, I didn't like this.
The Upper East Side.
So he wrote himself into it.
If I wasn't born into this world, I could write myself in.
Oh my god, there is a blooper scene from this scene exactly, and I'm gonna play it for you guys after because it's so funny.
Every writer needs his muse.
And his muse is Serena.
I wrote my first post about me.
Lonely boy.
Stupid about was graduating.
Yeah, that's so true. She texted Gossip Girl to meet her, and everyone showed up to this bar. But the first person to show up was Dan. But I guess he set it up that everyone would show up so that no one would question why Dan showed up after Serena texted him. When it turns out the whole time he was actually Gossip Girl, so.
I never sent in one tip.
Saint Nate. I love Georgina.
What's death will be ruled as an accident.
It's all good and dandy and awesome. It's over. I can't take this scene seriously because of the blooper.
Gossip Girl's dead.
I can't wait to show you guys why that's so funny to me. 5 years later, Nate has a plane that says The Spectator. He's successful, man. I can't believe it took Serena and Dan 5 years to get married. That's crazy. I guess it doesn't really matter.
The youngest mayor ever in the history of the city.
Oh, right, he's running for mayor. I was like, what?
There is my grandson, Henry. Give me that boy.
It's like it all worked out. It's really cute. Like, I know a lot of people have some problems with the finale, and it's true that in some cases, if you watch the whole show, there's a lot of points that it does not make sense that Dan would even be Gossip Girl. But at the end of the day, the finale could have been worse. There's definitely some things I don't like, but it's not that bad. To be honest, though, it's actually better that Lily and Rufus did not get together because it would have been so sticky if their kids got married. So I guess they had to do that Rufus and Lily wouldn't end up together. See, I don't mind that ending.
Be rid of Dan Humphrey, but you'll
know that there is an actual spin-off, and I tried watching it, but I didn't like it. Okay, so now very quickly, I have to show you guys why I was dying of laughter.
No, grandma.
I will do this. I will do this. Yeah. Gossip Girl's dead.
Growing up?
I'm so sorry. This is really bad.
No, this is so funny.
All right, I got it now. All right.
I'm so happy this footage exists.
Yes.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love doing first and last. But before I even finish this video, let me clarify. I definitely got this idea from Dylan Is in Trouble. Pretty much anyone who ever does first and last is inspired by Dylan because he was the one that first started this idea, from what I know at least. I love doing these kind of videos with shows that I'm already so passionate about, shows that I love, because I have so much to talk about that I want to talk with you guys about. So go ahead and let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Let me know if your comfort shows. Maybe I'll do a commentary on your comfort show, and maybe secretly it's also mine because I have a couple. So I want to keep doing this for my favorite comfort shows. I think you guys will enjoy it. So do not forget to subscribe because we're currently trying to reach that goal. Do not forget to give this video a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.